Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can all hear me okay. My name's Tim Close. I'm the Managing Director here at Commerce Channel. So we just got a little minor glitch. Just one of the guys who's the presenter has got a small internet issue here, but he should be joining in a minute here. So just briefly, we had a number of registrations of about 60 today. So far, we've got 36 people on the line here. So I might delay for about 2 or 3 minutes just to make sure that those other people do join the meeting in time there. So, but I guess just so you're all aware, this meeting today, it will be recorded, and also, sorry, after the meeting will be recorded, and after the meeting we will share the meeting notes and transcriptions with you as well. And I think I just wanted to also thank you all for taking the time out of your days to attend this webinar today. It's greatly appreciated there. And we also wanted to thank you just for your business that you've given us so far along the journey here. We've now, since starting about 2 years ago, we've now certainly into the several thousands of active services here, and we couldn't have done it without our channel partners. So we are very grateful for the work that you've done for us here. We know you've got a choice of where you can spend your money, and Comms Channel is very grateful that you spend your money with us, or some of your money with us there. So again, thank you for that. Got a couple of members of our team here, and Ali is here he's part of our dev team. Again, I'd like to thank the dev team for the work they've done on this portal. We've been working at it. We had a team of 3 working diligently on this throughout the whole year. And we hope when you see the platform, you'll see it's a significant uptick in usability. And I think a lot of internal testing has been undertaken to make sure that the active, adding customers, porting numbers, checking balances, all those sort of things that you do on the day-to-day will be much more straightforward and much more intuitive in the new platform. Also, I know a lot of the people here work with businesses that only take mobiles from us, but Comms Channel does a lot of other stuff. We sell a lot of other products there as well. And although what you'll see today will be focusing on the mobile portal and the functionality of the mobile portal, we've built this product to scale, but we've also built it to add multiple products to it as well. So we're already undertaking work to allow the integration of some of our SIP and unified commerce products in here, our AI voice products, to work in this as well. And so over the next sort of 2 to 3 months, you'll start to see a lot of things coming on here. Even for those of you who've got our AI voice platform, you'll be able to go in and order AI agents and AI and virtual numbers for AI agents as well, straight from within this portal as well. So there's a lot of functionality coming into the platform too. Then finally, just on the in the construct of this meeting, Mohsen will be taking you through the portal, and good day, Mohsen, glad you're on here. So he'll be taking you through the portal and do a lot of the functionality. But in the background, myself and Danish, there's in the top of the tab here, you'll see just next to the chat sign, you'll see a Q&A sort of chat note at the top there as well. You can submit any questions in there. We'll be monitoring those and reviewing those with the plan to either answer them directly in the meeting today at the end, or if we think that Mohsen's going to cover those questions throughout the meeting, we'll just put a note back to the chat saying that yes, that'll be covered off in the meeting. Or any ones that we need to follow up with the answers, we'll send out an email summary of the questions and answers at the end of the session as well. In this session, when you're submitting your questions, we'd be grateful if you just focus on the functionality of the platform, because there's quite a bit to get through, and we'd really like the questions to be focusing on that. not so much about, I don't know, any new plans or sims or whatever that might be in your mind there as well. Also, towards the end of this meeting, we will also give you a bit of a snapshot on some of the new things that are coming to us from a product perspective that we're looking to share with you over the coming sort of 15 to 30 days. And with the plan that we'll hopefully, if we can get some more of your time, we'll do another follow-up webinar in the latter part of November to talk about some of the new products that we've got coming out, and also some of the initiatives we're doing to improve customer support as well, including our knowledge base as well. So with that in mind, I'll sign off, and hopefully most and you're ready to go.
Yep, thank you very much, Tim. So yeah, let me before I jump on to the portal, there are a couple of things I wanted to bring up about the portal. The most important thing is the new intuitive design that we have introduced about the portal. We have streamlined a lot of processes for the last course of 2 years. We have been getting a lot of feedback from our valuable partners about how we can improve improve the product. Along with that, how we can help them to grow the business. Specifically more in line to how we can have more like bulk activations and port-ins that can be done that can improve the workflows. Also in terms of insights, real-time insights and smarter reporting that can improve, that can help them to understand the data itself, as well as increase their revenues, and then give them more core functionality of their customers, and help them to grow faster rather than more fixed towards the functionality of the product itself. Now, in terms of this is exactly how the agenda of this webinar works as well. And towards the end, I will also show you a dedicated work knowledge base that we have created for our partners that will help you to quickly solve your customer problems, rather focusing on the sales as well. So let me quickly jump on to the product itself. So this is how, let me log out really quick. So this is how the first you will see the login page for the Comms portal. Then once you're, if you want to log in, you simply go into and put in your credentials, and then simply call in sign in. As soon as you sign in as a partner, this is going to be your landing page. This is the dashboard that we have. Let me quickly explain the dashboard over here. On the dashboard, it's very informative. First of all, you can easily see the total number of customers that you have within and how many you have in this month. And then you will also see the total number of services. These are all activated services that you can see how many, like these are total services and how many of them have been activated within this month. And then there are orders, that how many new orders that you have put in and within this month. And one of the things that we have been getting the feedback on to get the travel packs, that how many active travel packs are there. You can also see that on your dashboard right over here. Then there is a plan distribution, which shows you what kind of plan do you have in total in terms of your inventory that you have given out to your customers, whether it's how many of them are small plans, how many of them are medium plans, and how many of them are large and Excel. And then we have the activation types. This is going to be a since this is a dummy account, and we're not basically showing you the actual data over here right now. Once we'll migrate the data, this will give you the realistic picture, but this will give you an idea that what is the sort of information you can see on the dashboard. Now, in terms of activation types, this was going to be a vertical graph that will show you a comparison of new activations and portents over a period of time in the last 12 months. And then you can easily compare that how many new activations have been taken place and how many new portents that you have done. Then we have a SIM type distribution, pretty simple, where there's a physical SIM and eSIM and how many of them are there in total. And last, towards the end of the dashboard page, you will see service trends. And this is a very interesting graph that will show you new activations. Could be any activation, whether it's a port in or a new service, and along with the port outs and cancellations. So you can actually compare your new business versus your churn. So this is a very interesting chart, and that gives you an idea that how your revenues are growing. If you see on a certain month that their port outs are more or cancellations are more than activations, then you can really focus on that how you can increase your revenue. So this is basically the dashboard. Now we're quickly going to move over that. First, I'm going to talk about how you can manage yourself as a partner really quick, and then we will go into the cross of the managing your customers and how we have improved the process of activation of new SIMs as well as the bulk activation. Now, if you want to go into your profile, you simply have to click on the top right corner where you see your name, and then you go into company information. So that is going to take you to this page where you see all your information. This information you already see on the current, or you can say soon going to be a legacy portal as well. When we will be migrating you over to this portal, everything will be migrated over here. So there's nothing new in this portal except for you. One thing I want to focuses on the users. So when you are on the users, these are going to be your organizational users who will have access to the portal. The top one you will see over here will going to be the admin, and the rest of them will have the same kind of access. It's just that the one who will be the admin when we are setting you up as a partner, person has the right to add more users, partner users into this account as well. And in case you want to add more user into your account, you simply click on add user. You will put the email address, first name, last name, and click on this grant portal access to the user, and then create the users. It's a very simple process there, and you can add more users to your account. Now, the most important is the analytics and the usage records, but let me quickly show you the white label part as well. It is going to be the same. All of your previous settings, as I said, it's going to get migrated from your existing account to this portal as well. So there won't be any such changes that needs to be done. But in case you want to change any email configuration, like how do you want to display your name in the email and how your email address should be showing up, you can go over here under the white labeling section and you can change them over here. And in case of any branding, you want to improve your logo or color scheme, you can come over here and make those changes and click on save at the bottom right side. Now coming to the usage analytics and usage records. So it's very interesting that we have in the current portal used to go under the reports, and then you were able to pull the usage related analytics there. or the reporting usage reports. Over here, we have given that under partner and under customer, as well as under a service as well. So it's basically a top to bottom approach that we have applied over here. So at any level, you can have access to this information. And not just the usage, as well as the CDRs that we have been getting a lot of feedback on, that we need to make it easier for our partners to pull the usage record or CDRs for on a customer level, or even on a service level. So I'll go over that part as well within the webinar, but just to quickly touch on this. So once you click on usage analytics, going to give you the total usage as well as the total balance of your entire customer base. Now you can see those right now, since this is a demo account, you will see very less services showing up over here, but you will see tons of services, and then there's going to be scroll bar that you can move on the right to go over the service. In case you want to specifically go to a service, you click over here, and then you can click on the service to get to that plan specifically, or you can even write the username as well. So to just click on that service, and it's gonna take you to directly towards that service as well. In case you want to do it by a customer, I'll show you how you can do that, but this is basically give you a holistic picture. Now, another interesting thing is, for instance, if you want to get more insights about the service, so you hover your mouse on this bar, it will give you the entire picture of like how much of the data bank they have, how much it's kind of a breakdown of the data that they already have, the one that they have gifted or have received any gift from any other user, and then how much their total usage is, and what is their balance. So this is how it's gonna give you the information. And in case you double click on it, it will select the service, and then you click once again on this. So it will take you directly towards that service. You don't have to switch tabs. It's going to take you exactly directly to that service part and to the SIM part. I will definitely come back to this part when I'm going to be covering the service, but let me show you the balance that was showing up over there. You could actually see this over here in this, and it will give you a lot more information that what's the balance for SMS and MMS, your data bank, your included data, everything is showing up over here. And in case if there is a travel pack activated on the SIM, it will also show another bar of the travel pack. And we also in this new portal, you can also see the usage of your travel pack of your customer as well. Now let me go back to the same report really quick. And if you can see that the functionality is pretty smoother, you can quickly move around into different tabs or different pages very quickly in this new portal. Now, next thing is the usage records, which is the CDRs that we have. Now, once you click over here, you can see, or you can pull all the CDRs, and this is going to be for the entire inventory, or you can say for all of your customers over here. We have also given you some filters right here, where you can simply filter out by record type. So for instance, if you only want to focus on calls or only want to focus on SMS, so let's take an example. I click on SMS and click on apply. It's going to only pull out the records for the SMS. And if you want to focus on any specific number, you can simply copy the number and you can just put it under the origin. So it will give you pull out that number directly as well. And then you simply have to apply the changes. And in case you want to also, if you get any specific query from your customer based on the destination where the number has been, SMS has been sent out to, or call has been sent out to, you can also search that over here. We haven't provided any filter for the customer, because I'll show you how you can actually pull the exact information on the customer page as well. Um, then similarly, you can click on calls, you can click on apply, and it will give you the call usage stats as well over here. And then if you want to export all this information into Excel, you simply click on this button on the top right corner to export that into a CSV file. Very simple and very quick. Now, this is basically how you can manage yourself as a partner. Now, quickly jumping on to as a customer. So in the current portal, what you do is when you are well, if you want to add a custom, well, like the first thing first you want to do when you're putting an order, you add a customer. Now, the process is kind of same, but it is a lot improved as it was before. So what happens now is you go into customer on the left tab, and then over there you will see the list of all of your customers, just like you used to see. Now where you used to see the Telstra ID, we have put that as an account number. You can simply see the account numbers of all your customers. Now, if first thing is if you want to add a customer, you can simply click on create customer over here. Now the design is pretty, all the fields are the same, but the design is much more simpler to understand. We have categorized it in the customer information and the user information so that you do not mix it up. So it's easier. So right now, if you're adding customer, you select whether it's a residential or a business. When you select business, you put the company name, their ABN, their address, their email, and their phone number. And this is basically the company information. And then when you're putting as a user, as an admin, so you select first name, last name, email, and mobile number. So all of that, this information, you can add it over here. And you simply click on create to create a new customer. So once the customer is created, it will show up in this list. All your customers that are existing when we are going to migrate all our partners into this platform, all of your data will be moved over here, so you don't have to worry about that part. Right now, it's just about when you are adding more customers to your existing list. Now, let's take an example. If I go to a customer over here, I just have to click on this box and it's going to take me to the customer page. Now, in the customer page, all that information that we filled in while we create the customer, the information about the company or the residential user, it will show up in this box. On the right side, you will see the admin settings. It's very important. Like, for instance, you can even add an external reference, like where you got that customer from, and the gifting method. Currently, on a customer level, you also see a tab on the current, or you can say legacy platform, where you can initiate the auto data gifting. So this is exactly the same thing, the gifting method. So assign services and round robin. You can select the gifting method from here. Then your system preferences, any sort of email notifications or activity emails. We have simplified that part as well because it used to confuse a lot of our partners. Like, so in case of email notifications, you can enable that will send out email notifications to the admin. And then there's an activity email. If you enable that, you can add recipients over here, where if any activity takes place within this account or users take any, and if you have given access to your customers about this portal, if the customers are like making any changes, like their upgrading plans, downgrading plans, or any sort of activity they take, over here on the portal, that will send out an email or notification to the recipients that you will add over here. It could be anyone from your admin or your support team, so they can keep an eye on that. Now on this side, you will see the users. So this is going to be exactly the same that how we used to add users into your account. And over here, you can simply click on add user to add the user here. You can have to give out the email, first name, last name. Department is optional. Whether you want to make them an admin of this account or a non-admin. And even if you make an admin or non-admin, if you do not check this box, grant portal access to the user, they will not have access to the user to this portal at all. So whether it's an admin or non-admin, it's just like if you make them an admin and later on, if you want to give them access, you simply click on this box and then click on create user, just like we have it in the current platform as well. So this is how we add the users. And once you have made the changes, you don't have to press any save changes, anything like that. All these changes will be automatically applied on your customer account. Now coming to the orders part, on the top, you again with right next to journal, you will see orders. Under the orders, these are just exactly how we have the orders right now in the portal, but we have simplified the order process. Um, One thing you would definitely like is that if there is an order that you have placed, and if there is something wrong with that order, maybe you have put the wrong amount of number of SIMs over there, you can simply go and delete the order as well. So you don't have to come to our support and ask for us to change or remove the orders over there. If you, for instance, if this is an order, I haven't completed this order, this will be saved as a draft under the status, and I want to delete this order, I simply go and click on delete to delete this order from scratch. Now, if I want to create a new order for the SIMs, now just before I get into that, let me clarify that now in the orders, once you're putting an order, you can also activate the SIMs right away. So it's not that you first have to create an order, then you have to go to manage orders, manage services, and then you know activate the service. We have completely revamped that process and simplified it and make it much more smoother for our partners. Now, let's first go into create an order. You first create an order. Now it will ask you whether it's a single activation or port in, or it's a bulk activation, or it's a bulk port in. So for now, let me go for the single activation, but I will get on to the bulk part as well once I'll cover the orders in more detail. Once I click over here, it's going to ask me to select the customer. If I have the customer, easy peasy, but not if I can click on create and I can create a customer right away from here as well. Once I select the customer, I click on next, is going to ask me for the plan. Since this is a single activation, so I don't have to add any quantities. I'll just select the plan. So let's select the medium plan and then click on next. Now it will ask me about the user. I can select the user from the list. If I don't have them, then I can create a new user right away over here as well. And if I have the user there, I will add myself as the user. And then I can click on whether it's a new activation or a port in. If it's a port in, then I can click over here. If it's a new activation, I can do. The process of porting is exactly the same, where you have to put in the account number or the date of birth, but it's just that we have simplified under the order. So let me show you the next step, then it's going to be much more clear. So for this example, I'll just go for new activation and I will select eSIM. Because so that I don't have to put in any SIM number there. If it's a physical SIM, I just have to add a SIM number. If I'm selecting eSIM, no SIM number, but I can still choose to have a desktop name as well. So once I do, then I click on next. Now it's giving me to select a new number to activate the service. I can select the number that I want, and I will select whether I want to send the notification on the service level or on an account level. On a service level means that the user will get a notification about the service activation, or if you don't want the user to receive that any sort of notification, you can select the account level contact. So it will only send out a notification to the administrator of this account, which is basically that one person. When we set up the customer, that one person that we put from that company or from that user, that person will get the notification there, and then it will give you an order summary, and then you can create an order. Once you create an order, it will also activate the SIM as well. So this is the part, like you don't have to go into the same order and then activate it. When you place an order, you can activate the SIM right here. So once I'll click on create order, it will um, activate the service, and um, that's it. Like you can go there and the order will be completed. Now, if in case I do not complete this process and I close this process from here and I refresh this page, I will see this order showing up over here. So in case I want to delete this order, I can do that. And in case I want to come later, I come back and activate this order, I will just simply click on this wheel. It will take me back to that order where I selected it. It will, all the selections will be the same. It's just that it's going to give me an option to view all the selections that I made, and I can still go ahead and activate the service from here by selecting the number again. And then as I click on create order, it will be a new activation. So this is the quick order process we have. I'll come back on the bulk services part, but under the services, for each customer, you can view all their services as well. And interestingly, what you can also do is you can filter out quickly whether how many of them are active services. You select it from the filters. In case your filters are not showing up, you click on this toggle filter button. And then if in case any uh, SIM or service that has been rejected or canceled, so you can also quickly filter them out by status. And interestingly, if you also want to see if there how many of your travel packs are active right now, so you can also go in and you'll see active travel packs, and then you click on yes. So it will show you the list of all the travel packs of this customer that are active right now. Or you can also can see any scheduled travel packs as well that of this customer. So you don't have to remember, or you have currently in the current portal, we don't have the option to do that. But over here, you can simply go and look out for all the travel packs that are either active right now or scheduled for later dates as well. And you can go and make changes in them. So when it comes to this service, and if you want to clear out this filter and click on active, so this will give me all the active SIMs. Now, if I want to go into any service, I simply click on the service, and it's going to take me to the service page. So I don't have to switch tabs. Just like I said in the start, it's basically a top to bottom approach. So you can simply go into the service um, in the same page rather than switching tabs on the left side. So now I'm back to the service again. Now I'll come back to this part, but let me show you the other sections that we have under the customer. Then you have the custom pricing. This is the pricing that you can set for your customer if you give them access to the portal. Then the usage stats, exactly the same thing that you saw it under the partner page. This is the basically the total usage of this customer, and then the total use where you can see all the services that are there. And if you click on any of the service, again double click on that, and then once you click to select the service, and once you click on this service, it will take you to the service directly from this usage as well, the same page. Now let me go back really quick, and then it's going to tell you the total balance of this customer, of all the plans they have, and then their total usage for the month, and then their inclusion reset date, which is basically the data reset date that they for this account. And the data reset date is basically when their entire the SIM's data get refreshed. So it's different from the date, the billing date, and this date will show up over here. And in case you want to select a particular service, you can select it from the drop down as well. And then you can also select start and date filters. Now coming to the usage reports is exactly the same as I showed before. You can select, you can go and get the CDRs for this customer. And if you want to, if you're looking specifically about a number, you can click on origin, or or any record type like data or call or SMS, you can also filter them out over here. And then you can export that on the top right corner by clicking on export to CSV, and that will export all the CDRs into your Excel file. Now coming to the bulk activation part, I hope this one is clear and simplified, that how you can manage your customers easily, and you can even get insights about your customer right there. And in case you want to go back to your customers, you can go back to your list of your customers and open up any other customer to go and just simply check out the other services, usage, and everything from there as well. So it's going to be the same. Now coming to the orders part, so that we can look at the bulk porting or bulk activation. Now, once you click on orders, just like you saw under the customers, there was orders showing up for the particular customer. Once you click on orders, it will give you the list of orders, all the orders of all the customers. Again, we have given you filters over here where you can select your order number, or you can directly filter them out by your customer over here. So if you want to remove this filter, so it was going to give you for all your customer, and even by different status as well. So if you click on complete, it will only show you complete orders. And if you only want to see the drafts, so you will only see the drafts showing up over here. And then you can also see the order type. So for instance, if you only want to see that, okay, where were the orders where I wanted to only port in numbers, so you can simply check this box and on this bottom right here, and that is only going to show you orders where you are going to port the numbers. And in case of activation, you can see if there are new activations, that is going to give you all those orders that whether it's under draft or they're completed, but they were new activations. So we have provided a lot more intuitive filters that can help you to manage your customers and orders effectively. Now coming to the create order. Now this time, once I click on create order, I'll go for bulk activation or bulk port-in. So rather than going for bulk activation, which is going to be the simple, I'll rather go for bulk port-in to show you how that works. Once we go into bulk porting, which means that all the numbers for your customers that you're putting a new order for, they all are going to be the porting from the existing number from any other carrier into CommsMobile. Now I will select a customer that I want to put this in order for, then click on next. Now I want to select the plan since it's the bulk. So I will, once I click on any plan to add, it will ask me for the quantity. I can put the quantity here, or we can type the quantity over here as well. So let's add like a small plan and the large plan really quick. And it will also select the show you total number of services that by adding them together and total number of the monthly amount over here. And then you click on next. Now it will create a table for you where it will show you the total number of small plans and large plans together. Over here, you can select the user, which is existing users. If the user is not there, so you can even add the user from here as well. And in case if it's a physical SIM, so you will see the physical SIM. If it's an eSIM, you can select an eSIM from here. So you can change that. Okay, the small plans are going to be eSIMs, large plans are going to be physical SIMs. If they're physical SIMs, you can put their SIM numbers, their current mobile numbers. And now you can also see whether it's a postpaid service right now or it's a prepaid service. And if it is a postpaid, you put the account number details, and then you can start the process of activation. Now, what if I tell you this can further be simplified? Yes, so you don't have to add all these details right here. You can simply go and click on import from CSV. You download this template. Let me show you the template right here. So this is going to be the template once you download it. This is an example. You fill out the details over here, first name, last name, their email, department, and if this is an optional, if you want to add anything about the device. And once you have this information added after downloading this template, you upload the same template again, and all of it will oh, I'm so sorry. I just actually closed this. Let me open this. So, yep, so all of it will be populated over here automatically. So you don't have to fill out each and every user, and it will simply going to add over here, and then you can start activation the process. How you activate the process is very simple. So for instance, if I put in any number right here, account number, just to and select a user. So I'll put, so now if all the details are there, I can simply click on port. That's it. So if the information is complete for all these fields, you simply have to click on port, and it will start the porting process for every number. So all you have to do is just, again, I'll show you, import the CSV, download the CSV file, fill out the CSV, and upload the same CSV file over here, save it, and then once this information is over here, just start clicking on action port, and it will start the porting process. And all your porting will be completed. Now going into, let me show you and this is an order type of port, but in case if you want to do the new activation, let me quickly show you how you can do that as well. So I'll go to create order, then bulk activation. These are new activation. So I'll select the customer, I'll go next. I will select the plans. In the essence of time, I will just select quickly, click on next. I have the same table, but since they are lesser fields, because this is not a port, so I don't have to provide any information about the numbers or the account numbers. I will select the users from here. So let me select 2 users. I will, if it's a physical SIM, then I have to give the SIM number. Otherwise, I'll select eSIMs. And if I want to give the device name, if not, I will simply click on activate. So once I click on activate, it will ask me to choose the number, and I can select the number from here, and I just confirm it, and it will activate it. Simple. So similarly, if I want to do the same for the other one, it will do the same. So this is how you can activate quickly the bulk services. You don't have to go into a lot of detail and the process of putting this all information is the same. You simply go to import, you import this file, you download this file, you choose a CSV file, and then you can simply upload the same CSV file over here, and this will take you to the activation part and fill out all these details, all these services information there, and then you can activate the services. So this is how the bulk activation of port new activation and porting works. Now let's get on to the service part. Once you have activated the services, that how you will manage your services as well. So on the left side, you can click on services, and it will show you all the services that you have in your account, and even you can even see the draft services that I put an order for and other services as well. But for just to simplify, I will only simply go and select the active services. So it's easier for me to see that. So now I have all the active services there. I will go and click on the service. Is going to take me to the service page, just like I can even come on this page directly through the usage analytics, or even through under a customer page as well. Under the customer, I'll go to the services and I click on the services, I can come on the same page. And once you are on the service, we have improved a lot of. First, we have changed the layout, so it gives you the complete picture of the service, whether SIM number, plan, the user, you see a QR code. It's not going to be that tiny, so you just click on it. It's going to give you a bigger picture. So if you want to get that activated, their inclusion reset date, activation, we are also providing the activation date as well, so you don't have to go under their service reports to go and check out the activation. Then we also have the user and details. If you want to change that from here, you can simply go and make the changes here as well. In this section, we're providing all the usage related overview. First is the data related balances, where how much data bank is there, how much included data for the month. Again, in case if there is a travel pack that is activated, it will add another bar, and it will also show you the usage of the travel pack as well. Over here, it's going to show you the data usage of the travel pack. If the travel pack is activated, since travel pack also have SMS and calls inclusive usage as well, so it will also show you the balance over here for the travel pack, and you can see the total number of how many MMS have been sent and how many MMS that are still remaining for the month. Now on the bottom, you will see we have also added furthermore information on the gifting side and the gifting transactions. So how much data has been gifted and how much gifting transactions have been made on this service, and how many receiving transactions have been made, like how many times this service has gifted the data and how many times this service has received the data as a gift. So all that information is actually displayed over here at the bottom. Now coming into the usage part, if I click over here, it will show you a very interesting part about the usage. You can get the CDRs of this service on a service level, so you don't have to worry that you have to go and pull the entire big report for all your customers, and then you have to apply filters into Excel. This portal will simplify everything for you. So you just go into the usage, you can get the usage on a single service level as well, and you can even filter that out by call, SMS, data. And this usage trend also give you a very realistic and intuitive picture of like how the usage has been for this customer. And since you sometimes the users comes to you and ask you that, okay, our data usage has been not very high, but we have reached the usage limit. So you can go and use this trend to see that when exactly by different dates their usage has gone up. So you can help your customers better, and you can even export this information into Excel as well, just like you can export all your CDRs I've shown before. Now, and if you look at the CDR specifically on the data side, we can have also simplified it for our partners, like when the data session started, when it was ended, how much was the like how much KBs the data was used, and then some extra info that has been there, so that you can utilize this information and send this across to your customers as well. Now, under the features, we have added further more features for our customers. Initially, it used to be 4 or 5 features that are there, but we have provided a lot more features, which I don't have much time to go into at the moment. But you features like where if you want to bar any services, or if you want more information related to call forwarding, if you want to stop the SMS service, or and that sort of service, you can, or even a lot more information about their account notifications. So there are a lot of services that we have, features that we have added for our partners to manage those accounts in this portal. Then there comes the travel pack. In case your customers ask you to activate a travel pack, you can go into the service, go into travel pack. You can schedule, activate. It's exactly the same. All the inclusions are basically showing up over here in more simplified form. If you want to activate it right away, you can click on activate. If you want to schedule it, you click on schedule. You select your start date and your end date, and then you can select activate the service. And then once the service is activated, it will show up over here on the right side, and it will also show you the entire history of the travel pack. And once the travel pack is activated, it also gives you the status over here, where you can change the status. For instance, if it's active, you can even deactivate it from here as well. In case you want to look for the guidelines, this will give you a complete detailed a guideline about the travel pack, so that in case you come across any questions from your customers, or you can share these guidelines with your customer, so then they know what they are basically, what this travel pack is going, and what are the inclusions there, and what is not included in that. Then there comes the activity part, which is currently, you can say, called the service reports on our current portal. So it's basically anything that you do on that service, whether it's an activation of any service, change of any plans, if you're porting, the entire porting process. So you see all of that process under the service reports. But how we have improved, we have improved on this portal on every level. So how we have improved on this this part over here as well, we have categorized the service activity. And for instance, you see SIM card replace. So this is a SIM swap that you see, but this is showing you the category. But once we click over here, it's going to show you the entire process with the time tags. So we have simplified it. So once you see right now, if you go to the service activity or service report, you will see a long list, and you get a lot of times you will probably get confused that, okay, so this activity is performed, okay, where the process started, where it got ended, where it was completed. So it will make this easier for you by showing you the each category. Once you expand the category, it will show you all those all the process under that each category there. And you can see it by each date, so it's easier for you to manage, and not just manage, it's easier for you to filter out that information as well. Then if we go to advanced, we have gifting, data gifting. This is a manual data gifting, which because it's being done on a service level. Auto data gifting again is available on an account level. So you go to and open your customer and then activate the auto data gifting there, which I've covered before. But this is going to be a manual gifting where you just simply put the amount, whether you want to get the data or you want to gift the data. So if you want to gift a data, for instance, 5 gigs of data to some other user, so you select this. So it will show you that this is the gifter and this is the receiver. So you can select the services from here. You can just add a number over there and you can select it and then click on gift data, and it will gift 5 gigs to that number. So we have very simplified that for our users and for our partners, even the gifting part as well. Then the SIM swap. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know about this. You simply select whether if it's a physical SIM or eSIM. If it's a physical SIM and you want to swap another physical SIM, you simply click over here, put the new SIM card number, and then click on swap SIM. If it's an eSIM, you click over here, you simply click on swap SIM. So right now, if you go into a SIM swap, you have to make like couple of clicks to swap the SIM. Over here, it's very simple and straightforward now. If you want to cancel the services, you simply click on this and you can cancel the services from here. Cancel services will only be done if it's an active service. If it's a draft service, it will not show you all this information. Only once the service is active, it's going to show you that. Now, last but not the least, you can also make changes to your plans. If you want to change the plan, this is the current plan it is. That's why it's grayed out. But these are the plans that you can move into. You just simply select the plan and hit OK. It will upgrade the plan. If you downgrade the plan, you can also downgrade the plan as well. But if you downgrade the plan, you will lose your data bank as well. So yeah, so that's a very important thing to note. And this is the advanced features which are currently there as well in our current portal. But this is we have tried to make it a lot more simpler and quicker and smoother for our partners. So that's the activation part as well. Now, coming last but not the least, I wanted to just cover the usage part again. Now, if you what used to happen was we had a separate section for reports. So now we have removed that part. If you want to get usage reports or usage analytics, both are either available on a customer level or even on a service level as well. And you can even from a customer level, you can go into a service level directly. So I'm just repeating this part because so that it's easier for our partners to understand that. You can easily get this usage report chart, and you can go simply into the service directly, and again the usage records or CTRs as well. Before I conclude this, there's one more thing I would like to show to our audience. That is basically whatever we have covered over here. We're also trying to create a repository for our partners so that they really focus on increasing their revenues, and they come across any questions, they can simply resolve them. So without much of the support needed. So what we have introduced is let me show you quickly the help center. Basically, this is a knowledge base that we have introduced. We all would have access to it, and the knowledge base basically gives you all the information. We're putting in new information, new articles, a lot more videos to make it simpler for you to use the new portal. So for instance, right now, if I go into the comms portal articles right over here, there are 3 articles right now, but we're adding more. For instance, how to port a number to CommsMobile, so simply click over here. It will give you the exact steps and keynotes for our partners, that what are the things that you need to be mindful of or be careful of when you're porting a number. And then if you want to see a video, so it will even show you the video as well. So how you can port on the service. So I'm not going to go into that too much in a lot of detail, but once you go back to the portal, these videos are available at your disposal so that you can make the most out of it. And then there are mobile articles as well. These are some technical questions that you may come across from your customers, and these are all questions or articles that we have created based on what we receive on our support on day-to-day basis, so that we can simplify and make it easier for our partners to resolve customer queries as quickly as possible. So once you're on the knowledge base, you can either search for these articles over here on the top corner, and you can even search it by category. And for instance, if I write it port, so it's going to give me all the numbers, all the articles related to porting a number. Or maybe you come across any technical issue in terms of, for instance, over here, like mobile data faults or no connectivity or no data or slow data problems that are showing up for or your customers complaining about them. These are the troubleshooting steps that you need to be aware of, and then in case it doesn't work, you can escalate this to our support team. So it's basically to bridge the gap between your customer and us, and then easier for our partners to support their customers without the delay time, or and provide them a quicker and effective service there. So this is what I wanted to mainly cover today. But before I end this, let me quickly go and what Tim has mentioned in the start as well. There is going to be another webinar that we have planned towards mid or late November, which we will be focusing more on our new data pooling plans that are coming up in November. Um, please be on lookout for that email, register yourself, and I hope today's session was very helpful for you. And we're also going to be improving our knowledge base, and we're going to be again giving you more insights about the ticketing system, and have a much more deep dive in the next upcoming webinars. And in case you come across any questions, you have any queries after this webinar, feel free to reach out to us on our help desk. Now, I think we're good to open this for Q&A.
Hi, Mohsen. Hi, everyone. Thank you for your time. I've got a few questions for Mohsen and Tim. I'll direct the questions for you. I've got a few here that have been regularly asked, especially with the first one being, when are we expecting the portal to go live? So if you can have a ballpark figure, or if you can please kind of give the dates that we are taking for the portal to go live for our partners.
Yeah, that's an excellent question, and exactly what we're anticipating as well. So in terms of migrating over to new portal, we will do that in phases. We want to ensure that all our partner information is migrated accurately, and our dev team has tested out all that information before we make it live for our partner to go on the new portal, to minimize their trouble. So we will be doing that in phases, and our migration team will be reaching out to you, sending out you an email that we will be moving you over from the legacy portal to the new portal, and giving you a specific date. And with that email, will also provide you with the credentials or to the admin or about how they can go and log in through the new portal. And once they are logged into the new portal, they can give access. All the information will exactly going to be there. They don't have to make any changes. That's what our plan is. And all you have to do is just for all other partner users, you just give them the admin will just give them access to the portal again so that they can set up their passwords and they can log into the new portal. And once you have access to the new portal, you won't be able to go or move back to the legacy one. So, and how long it's going to take? It's going to take a couple of weeks. We can't give a definite timeline, but we will try to do it or wrap it up in 2 to 3 weeks for sure.
Thank you, Mohsen. I feel that you've primarily answered the query here. This question is for Ali mainly. During the transition, will this current SIMs be impacted? Yeah, if you can please answer that, and then I have a follow-up question for you as well.
Yeah, no service will be impacted, or there won't be any downtime during the transition. We'll carry out the transition on and off time, and we'll let you know, when we move your account to the new portal, and all of your services will be working just fine.
Perfect. Tim, if you can answer this, with the new plans coming in, say mid to late November, there've been a lot of questions around the current plans, the current SIMs, and especially with us, kind of coming up with the data pooling plans. Can you please shed some light on that, on how those plans would work, the new physical SIMs that would be coming through, and just an overview of the newer plans?
Yeah, okay. So I think so just firstly, we've got to do a build into a new platform there with Telstra. So our dev team have been working on that, and just took a bit longer to get all the necessary access from them to enable us to start building. So I'd probably rather go through and do a more detailed Q&A in the webinar that we're doing later on, or hopefully in about 1 month's time from now, because we've still got quite a bit to flesh out with that. But I think what I can say is that there's probably a couple of big things you just need to be aware of. It's a new platform, so the current SIMs you have will not be compatible with the new platform. So we'll have to, and honestly, ideally, I would love to go a purely eSIM approach, but we'll take feedback on that over the journey. Pretty well most devices we see attached now are eSIM compatible. We're seeing our numbers of eSIMs go up a lot there, and I think just a lot of end user organizations just don't really know that eSIMs are a thing that exists and how easy they are to deploy. So to avoid confusion of people getting the wrong SIMs and the wrong platform, I would love to go an eSIM only approach, but I'm happy to take feedback about that later on. Also, with the new platform, there'll be lots of things which, to be honest, have been a bit of an annoyance to me with the current platform that we have to interface to. A lot of the things that you're seeing today, we've built workarounds to, we believe overcome shortcomings in the way the product's been built there. So a lot of those issues that we've been highlighting are not there in the new platform. So I'm pretty pleased about that, and that'll be shared in the updates. And also, obviously, there'll be the advantage of having pooled plans for both voice and data coming to you. I think we've shared that with you all already, and there'll be more notifications coming out in that. But certainly soon after that, we'll have a much broader range of plans coming out, more aggressively priced single user 5G plans, for example, there. So there'll be a whole range coming out, and there'll be better inclusions in terms of the international call packs, SMSs, etc. will be there as well. But we'll give you a much more detailed update of that during both by email communication and in a webinar we plan to do later on in November, which Mohsen mentioned. And as part of that webinar, we'll be we'll be looking to give a more detailed overview of the knowledge base and all the work we've been doing on that to make hopefully your life easier and the ability to get answers quicker there and give better support to your customers too.
Perfect. Just a few follow-up questions, and then so for the audience, the Q&A is still open. So if you've got any questions, ask them. If we're still a bit tight for time, so if we cannot answer it here, we'll definitely send you out an email. So just I'll take the 2 follow-up questions, and it's for Tim and Ali, if you could answer it. So Tim, just for the for clarity of everyone, so the current plans that are not the pooling plans, which are just the data gifting, the data banking plans, they can still use the existing SIMs.
Everything we're showing you here is current. There isn't what you've seen today. There are no plan changes. It's just a new portal.
Perfect. And secondly, Ali, we've got a lot of questions about the bulk porting and bypassing the OTP process as well. So if you can shed some light on that, and how would it be beneficial for partners who are basically doing ports around say 50, 100 SIMs, if you can just shed some light on that.
Yeah, so the porting still works the same way it used to work on the previous portal. It's just that if you're porting a single service, you have the option to use the OTP before you start the porting process or to bypass it. But when you're doing it in bulk, for example, 10 services in just one order, that makes it really cumbersome to get the OTP for all 10 services and then put that in and then start the order. So in case of bulk order, you have to bypass it. And when you do that, when you click on the port button, it'll show you a disclaimer, and you'll have to agree to that disclaimer to proceed with the order then.
I just think generally, if I may just comment on this, we've got so many people in the room. As much as I find the one-time password annoying as well, there's a big issue with people doing bogus ports and then using it for things like 2-factor authentication and stuff there. So if I've got your bank details and I do a bogus port on your mobile phone, I can get into your bank. So there's a lot of regulation around this, why it's there. So we would always recommend on a single port, just do the one-time password where you can. I think it's a safest approach. We will continue to try and look at ways to make that process easier for you to let the end user self-serve on that one-time port process as well. So that's certainly something we want to improve as well. But just please be aware that there are risks in it, and that in that disclaimer you are accepting that risk if it's a bogus port. So we just ask you to ensure that you've really validated that this is a legitimate port and you're comfortable for it to go ahead. But we absolutely recognise with bulk ports and where you've validated that that's a legitimate end user customer you guys know, and that all the numbers porting are to be done, then bypassing makes sense.
Mohsen, one last question before we hop off. So, while creating a customer, when you grant access to the user, is there a way, and Ali, if you could answer it as well, because you look after the dev side of things, can we give as in user access the way we give on a normal portal nowadays, as in if they can see their own services, they can manage all the services, or they can just kind of overview and don't make any changes?
Yep, that access is still in there, and this time around they'll also be able to place the orders.
Perfect. So is there a way to restrict that access as well? Like if someone wants, okay. Perfect.
Yes, so when you're creating users for customer, you'll have 2 options as roles, as Mohsen is going to show it just now. There's one called admin and the other one is customer. And if you create an admin user, that user will be able to see all of the users or services under that particular customer, and they'll also be able to create new orders. And if you're doing a non-admin user, that user will just be able to play around with their own service.
Yeah, perfect. I think one of the questions was, can the reseller also manage the rights of their users? I think was one of the questions. So I guess you probably want, some resellers might want the ability to view a user but not add users, for example, or place orders, for example?
So for resellers, there's two roles. The first user that gets created, as Mohsen mentioned it, the first user that gets created when we're onboarding you, that user will have the admin permissions, and that user will be able to see all of the stuff under that partner, which Mohsen is going to show you just now by clicking on the username on the top right and going to company information. This page will be visible to partner admin. But if you're creating any more users after that using this user section that Mohsen is just showing the mouse on, these users will not be admin and they won't be able to come to this page and add any more users. They'll just be able to see the customers under your account and the services and orders.
So
Perfect. I've just got a question that is where there'll be API access to integrate into existing CRM or other systems like REST API. Ali, more a question for you.
Yeah, we do have an API and we'll be exposing it to the partners. But as for integrating it into the CRM, the scope of the integration, it will be decided upon on the basis of what you need to achieve with that integration. So the billing CDRs API that is still there, and we're also going to expose the new APIs for this platform. You'll be able to use that.
Perfect.
If we leave this chat open, if anybody's got any,
Yes.
I don't know, ticketing systems that they would like to look at this being integrated into, or any thoughts, and we're happy to have that, or contact your account manager if you're here, because it's something that I'm not promising anything, but it's certainly we recognise the value of getting this to maybe, if you've got like an ITSM platform or whatever you use and you want to have this somehow integrated in there, we recognise that would be a good feature. So I'm happy to take feedback there and get that fed into the roadmap.
Perfect. I guess we've got no more questions coming through. Mohsen, if you could please give the closing remarks, and then we'll be happy to answer all your questions. If you've got account managers, either me, Mohsen, or Serish, or even you can send your questions to Tim, and then we'll be happy to answer your queries. Mohsen, if you can please.
thank you, Danish. Yes, thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope this session was informative and you like our new portal and the things that we wanted to incorporate and the feedback that we have incorporated for our partners. We're still going to keep improving our processes and our portal for our partners. That's the promise we can definitely make. And in case you have any questions, concerns, feel free to reach out to our help desk. You can reach out to our account managers, and we'll be happy to address them from there. And thank you again for being a great audience today. And I hope you have a great day.
Right. Thanks very much, guys. Enjoy your day. Thanks again for your business.
Enjoy your day, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.